Now, this is the part where you feel like a little kid. G'day guys, Jamie from Dealing and Design here. Today we're going to show you how to do a veneer repair on this old, beat up, but incredibly beautiful Australian occasional table. This is what when they book match veneers, when you see things that look like they're repeating, that's what book matching is called. Literally like you're opening it like a book and you get this sort of return grain. We're not doing any of that today, but that's a nice fun fact. It's a nice thing to learn. So we're gonna wet the top up because it looks pretty nasty. But when you wet it, it's gonna bring the colors out and look great. And then we can at least see what this damaged part of the burl looks like, and we can select grain that is more suitable. Now this is like old, I'm assuming it's like 1880s or something, is what the client said. I don't know that much about it, but to me it looks like it's almost a apprentice piece, because there's so many different pieces of veneer. As much as it's good veneering, it's super thick, and a lot of this is clearly hand cut, and it's not perfect, which is fine, but there was people making perfect pieces of furniture at this time. Sweet. We could hot hammer this down. There's a few ways to doing this, because we're gonna replace this piece today with this burl. We'll see if we can hot hammer that down. It's clearly not exactly the species. This has a heap of collected grain and cell patterns. Yeah, let's do this. This will be fun. So you can try to trace this original shape. I think it's better, easier fit, and I kind of think it looks a bit better when you cut your own shape, and we can transfer it onto here. You get nice straight lines, you can lose the grain quite nicely. So let's start cutting our own shape. Now we've got some simple geometry to follow. We're not just going some random organic cut shape. We've got some fun straight lines to follow. Now, this is the part where you feel like a little kid. I never thought using a pencil and tape and scissors would actually be part of my adult life. It's pretty fun to do this though. Let's make shape. I usually take this off and then cut it out, but there's some nice clean ridges here, so I might just cut this in place now. Then once we've got this cut out, we can put it on that new piece of veneer. We'll go here. We'll start off a straight line. How about that? While this is bent, it's not too bad. It's such a small piece. When we flatten it in, we're not copying all of this. That'll be okay to just glue down and flatten down. That's no real problem. Love using a straight line because, hey, that's one less line to cut. I did once in at trade school, we all had to do dovetails. And I did, came around to me, we had to do it in front of the class, do one dovetail. Came around to me in my first cut, I got the dovetail straight in, and the whole class clapped. Highlight of my life. This is as high pressure as furniture restoration gets. Oh, that's going to be nice. If I trim that down, we colour that up. What a beautiful patch! What a beautiful patch! Oh, I'm pretty happy. It's hard. You want to get this perfect. I feel like if you make a template or cut a line, just cut to the line. If you ever think of going over or smaller, you end up whittling away and making a really ugly, ugly piece. So you want to just get it right with a few cuts. However, I'm going to trim this little edge off and hopefully I don't take too much. I love seeing an old repair as well, like having this straight line. People will fill this. I don't really have anything against filling. This is very old, so I'd rather put a piece of veneer in. But I like a really honest repair. I like something that gets dropped in, you colour it up, it'll look good, but it's nice for people to see. They go, oh, someone's done a thoughtful repair. I think that's almost better than having something perfect. Someone does a really nice, honest repair. Better than perfect. There's so many different glues. Traditionally, this is done with animal glue. I am vegan, so I don't use animal glue, which I don't know, is it hurting the piece for my own moral beliefs? But yeah, I won't use animal glue, although many people that would be showing you this would tell you to use animal glue. Yeah, great. It's hard. When you're doing this, you do want, because we're going to clamp this down onto here, we need like even pressure to push this down. But if we just glue this to here with these holes, we'll end up gluing our block to it, which would not part of the plan. This is a nice one for people at home if you don't have super broad clamps, because not everyone has an F clamp with this much throat. This is a cold pressed veneer glue. I'm just going to pop some into an old bit of sandpaper and use this brush, and we'll just brush it on. It has a whole bunch of suck to it, so you have to really coat both sides. You can almost see it disappearing. It really sucks both pieces together. That kind of suck is what we're looking for. Beautiful. Now this might make a clunky noise, but we need to loosen that off a tiny bit. There we go. That's the stuff. We've got to put all this stuff down with a hot hammer. We've got to sand it all back, but I'll show you how it will look with just a little bit of colour on it. At this stage, you don't necessarily want to get the colour perfect. You don't want to get it exact. Sounds like a cop-out. But you do want to get it just a representation, and as you polish, it'll warm up and you can do tiny bits of colour adjustments through the polishing as you go. Because French polishing, we're going to do thousands of wipes. So it's a slow build anyway. If you get it perfect now, it'll look different later. So this is just one process. This is just a short video. We're going to do a full restoration on this, so we'll show you step by step everything that we're doing. So yeah, come back for that. It's going to be just packed with a bunch of details. Like, subscribe, all the stuff.